Hey YouTube, it's me Crystal, aka Crystal Prostaller, here with a how-to video on how to make the ripped off mouthpiece zombie for The Walking Dead, whichever. So anyways, you want to go to the dollar store or Dollar Tree and get a little vampire mouthpiece, or you can go to the Halloween store, you can go to Walmart. You can get them between $1 or you can pay up to like $5.99 for them. Anyways, you want to get a file and take off the shine. You want to take off the little vampire piece, and then with the file you're going to file on top of the tooth and make them a little crooked and jagged, and that's pretty much it with that. That, or you can use the nails or whichever, but this would be much easier when you put it against your lip. And yeah, that's how it looks without the flash. That's how it looks with the flash. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab like a mannequin head. You can get these from the beauty supply store, or you can use like a Jason mask or any type of Halloween mask that's going to mold pretty much the face. Mine, I already have one because I use wigs. You can do this on top of your face, but I wouldn't recommend it because it takes forever to do it. So you want to get a cotton pad and dip it in the latex, and then apply it right on top of the teeth. And once it dries, it's going to be all together, and this is going to be the top part of your zombie. So right now you're just going to be layering on top of the teeth. That's pretty much it. And then you're going to keep adding the cotton the way you like it. And then after you've added all the cotton that you wanted, you're going to grab a little stick and make the little grooves on. So this is what I mean by dipping the cotton in the latex. That's latex, that's a cotton pad, and then you put the cotton pad right where you want it. Now I'm using the back of a paintbrush because it's like a sharp little edge. And then you're just going to make any grooves or lines that you want before it dries, and then just let it completely dry. And that's pretty much it. Mine I let sit overnight, but it normally takes a couple hours. But if you use a blow dryer, it'll take about 15 minutes to fully dry. But I'm lazy, so I let it sit overnight. That's what it looks like, and now to let it set completely, and that's how it looks dry. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put some powder on top of it. You can use any type of baby powder or foundation powder, and this is just to take the sheen off of the liquid latex and so that it doesn't stick to each other. Because it's so thick, it's not like it's going to be just rolling up as soon as you peel it off. So once you peel it off, you're going to see how shiny it is. You're going to do powder on the back of it as well. That I used a little ball just to stick the teeth on. You want to remove that because that's where your lips are going to go. And then put the powder, and that's pretty much it for the top piece. And that's what it looks like. So part 2, this is going to be how you make or do or use the gelatin. You're going to be using gelatin, non-flavored. You're going to be using glycerin. You can get it all in the medical. In the medical aisle, and the gelatin obviously where you get jello and blood. So you're going to use equal amounts of jello, glycerin, and water. So if you use 1 tablespoon or teaspoon or whichever of your gelatin, you want to use 1 tablespoon or teaspoon of your glycerin, and then 1 tablespoon or teaspoon of your water. So I was making a whole bunch because I'm going to be using it for something else too. And then after you do that, you're going to mix it all, and then you're going to put it in your microwave. You're going to put it in your microwave for at least 10 seconds. Take it out, mix it, put it in another 10 seconds until like the gelatin's completely melted. You don't want to see so much of it being like bumpy. I guess that's the word for it. Do not directly put it on your skin. You will burn the hell out of yourself. Now if you're going to put it just on your skin and you don't want no color to it, you don't have to add blood. But because I want mine to look bloody, I added some blood. This was really cheap blood, that's why it's running. So you can use that, or you can use food coloring to make it as dark as you want. Mix it, let it sit for at least 2 to 3 minutes so that it's not super hot, and then you can start using it. I'm going to use it again on the little mannequin head and just start throwing it all over on pretty much where I'm going to want it on my face. So what I'm going to want it to do is I want it to drip, because I want it to look like it's been ripped off or coming off, or I guess blown off. I guess whatever effect is just however you took it. And you're just going to keep putting it on top, on top, on top. If it gets too hard and it's no longer pliable and it's not liquidy, you're going to have to put it back in the microwave for another 10 seconds and then redo it again. So I put it right there on the mannequin. Now if you put it on the face, it dries super, super quickly. And this gelatin always dries quickly. Now, if you cannot use liquid latex, then you can go ahead and use gelatin, and that's how you make gelatin. If you can use liquid latex and you also want to use gelatin, make sure whenever you take the piece off, you want to put the liquid latex wherever it's going to be touching your skin, because wherever you're going to be getting hot and sweaty, it's going to melt the gelatin. So that's a little tip for you. So those are the chunks that I want dangling off the face. It doesn't look like much right now, but it's just dangling. You're going to let it completely dry, and that's what it looks like right then and there.